All right, everything is heading south. Let's find out why. Konrad Busen is joining us now in Frankfurt. So, Konrad, first of all, Asian shares. I mean, that's quite worrying. They're down for the 7th consecutive week. It's the worst performance since 2011. How's Europe viewing this?
There are, I would say, some worries among people, investors here in Europe as well. And the problem is not so much the strong decline of prices. The big problem is the high volatility we've been seeing on Asian markets, but also on markets here in Europe for weeks now. The regular explanation models of investors for what's happening find it very difficult to price in this high volatility and the negative impact it could have on investor sentiment and, of course, on business sentiment.
But, I mean, with European shares, for example, now, I mean, they're very much under pressure today, and that after some recovery we've seen in the last couple of days. So what's the new problem? Why are they down again?
Well, first off, I talked about volatility. This is a perfect example of volatility. 3% up yesterday, 3% down today. But there was, of course, a trigger for the downswing today, and it has to do with good news from the United States. The unemployment rate in the US fell to 5.1%, and that's even lower than the 5.2% that target that the Federal Reserve Bank has in mind when it talks about interest rate hikes. So with this decline to 5.1, for the first time in 9 years, an interest rate hike in the US looks possible.
And this is exactly what we've been hearing for a while, however, that we will see an interest rate hike in the United States by September. And that had also received very, very mixed emotions on the trading floor. So why the strong reaction now?
Well, very volatile trading means that very many short-term oriented investors are in this market. They are driving this market, and they show a very strong reaction. It might hopefully be only also a very short reaction. So it's probable that volatility will help the market to rise on Monday again. That's not a prediction that I want to be quoted on, but we'll have to see. And I think it's rather probable.
But Konrad, I'm sure everyone is happy to go into the weekend. And is there a silver lining on the horizon?
The silver lining is that it is about some time that we have to wait for that, but the silver lining is that this interest rate hike is actually happening. Of course, many investors are concerned about what the implications might be, but of course the Fed is only doing this because the recovery in the United States continues, and that is good news after all.
Okay, and with this good news, I would like to say thank you very much, Konrad Busen in Frankfurt.
You're welcome.